Welcome to today's Tanya Shiur. Today is Gimel Eir, and we are holding in middle of chapter 44, Parak Mem Daled. Beautiful Tanya today. The Alter Rebbe is speaking about the two levels of love, the Ava Rabba, which is a higher level of love that a person will achieve, or he will get as a present from Hashem, only when he first achieves fear, and then Hashem will bestow upon him, he'll give him love. And there's a lower level of love, which is the Avas Olam, which a person gains through recognizing how great Hashem is from looking at things in the Olam, things in the world, and realizing that Hashem is the one who creates all of them. Now, the Alter Rebbe yesterday, in short, said that there's a level of love that everyone has, which is a lower level of love, but everyone has it. All you have to do is awaken it. Now, this one, the Alter Rebbe says, is even a greater level of love that every single Jew has. What level is this? The Ava Rabba Gadol Mizu. What's a higher level of this than this love? This love we have all in our hearts. From where? From our forefathers, Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. This is what it says. Raya Mehemna is it basically speaks about Moshe, right? Raya Mehemna means a trustworthy shepherd, a faithful shepherd. So Moshe was a faithful shepherd, and this sefer speaks about Moshe Rabbeinu. It says, "Kivrad yishtad al basar avo v'imei derachim loin yasur megamrev v'nafshei v'rachi v'chulu." So it speaks about how a son, right, in general, a person will only do something that they want to a certain extent, but they won't do something that will give up their entire life, right? But a son will do for his parents what he won't do for anyone else. He'll do crazy things just for his parents, okay? So now the question is, this Sefer, Raya Mehemna, speaks about Moshe Rabbeinu. So you could say, fine, it makes sense that Moshe Rabbeinu would do a crazy thing for his father, meaning Hashem, because Moshe was on a much higher level. He was the faithful shepherd, right? We're just simple Yidden, not even Tzaddikim, maybe not even Beinonim, and you expect us to be on the same level as Moshe. So we answer, no, really every Jew is able to achieve this level of love, which is the level that every single Jew has. Why? Because isn't every single Jew part of the same nation? We all have one Father, and therefore we have the same spark of Moshe within us, like we're going to see. And like we just said, this question gets stronger. You could even say, like, how dare you try to compare yourself and say, oh, I can have the level of love that Moshe Rabbeinu had. Moshe Rabbeinu was so much higher than us. Nevertheless, there is a small amount of light which shines throughout all the generations, and that light comes from Moshe, right? Like we know, it says, the ispash tusa b'chol dar v'dara. There is a light, an illumination, something that comes out from Moshe Rabbeinu in every single generation, which in our generation would be the Rebbe, but meaning as the leader. But in every person on their own, they have a level of Moshe, and therefore they're also able to achieve this level of love. However, don't hold your horses. It's not so easy. This level of love is hidden very deep in our hearts. And to reveal this love that's in our hearts, to bring it out from being concealed to being revealed. How do we do it? Right? So it's not terribly easy, it's not terribly hard, but it's very close to Alter Rebbe. It's not so far. It is very close to you in your mouth and in your heart, right? Meaning it's not the easiest thing to do, but it definitely is possible and shaykh for everyone to do. In order, when a person speaks and when he thinks, what should he do? He should have kavana, an intention that everything he does really comes from Hashem, and everything in the world is from Hashem. And when a person thinks about that, then he will gain this level of love. He will reveal it from his inner soul, right? So what does he have to do? Lahamik machshavte b'chai hachayim. He should think about the chai hachayim, meaning the one who gives life to all life. Who is that? Hashem, obviously, right? So when he thinks how great Hashem is, Ein say Baruch, he's unlimited. Ki hu avinu mamish, ha'amiti u'makir chayenu. He is our father, like he's actually our father. U'makir chayenu, when he is the source of our life. So when a person thinks about how great Hashem is and how He cares about us and how He's the really only truth and how He's really our Father, he will build what? A love that a son has for their father. Just like we said before, that are physically, right? Like me and you, we're all children. So we have a love for our parents. Every child has a love for their parents that they would give up their life for their parents because they love them so much. So to a person here, in this sense, every Jew whose real father is Hashem, which unites us all as one, a Jew will, the way he'll get this true level of love is through thinking about how Hashem is his father. And when a person thinks about it for long enough, he won't need to strive so much. It'll become his nature that he just thinks like that out of habit. So in short, there is another level of love which every single Jew has. It's even a deeper level of love, which is the idea that we love Hashem because He was our Father. And when a person has this, when he concentrates on the fact that Hashem is his Father and his true Father, then he will bring out this level of love and he will be able to be Moshe Nefesh for Hashem. And this idea we get originally from Moshe Rabbeinu, which every single Jew has a little bit of Moshe within themselves. Thank you for joining today's Tanya Shiur.